Hi, everybody. Jim Egan, head of school, Synapse School, with a Friday update. This year, we're going to do it a little different. School started. We love change. We are educating a community of change makers. I want to make sure our videos adapt and evolve too. So my videos are going to be framed with a 5-minute limitation, and they're going to be done in a way that I'm going to talk about 5 things in 5 domains. So 1, something that made me think. 2, a person worth shouting out. 3, a look at what's ahead. 4, a peek behind the scenes. 5, something like just because. All right, so let me start. Something that made me think. I read an article on conscientiousness, and I read this. We are witnessing the quiet unraveling of a trait that built civilization, right? The bedrock of a functional society, and that's conscientiousness. And I am wondering and thinking, we're a school that is focusing on SEL, making sure relationships matter. Big part of this conscientiousness. We're teaching kids about that, but the ecosystem around us seems to be discrediting that is worthwhile. Although we know conscientiousness leads to better life outcomes, right? Less struggle with mental health, better relationships, better career development, longevity. It's built civilization. It's also built us as individuals. So I'm wondering about society around us and how we as a school and me as a head should be framing conscientiousness, which we know is important for society and important for individual life outcomes. What do we need to do? What do I need to do? So that's something that I'm thinking about. You should too. Number 2, a person worth shouting out. Holly, lower school head. Unbelievable start to the school year. I want to just recognize her in her second year in that role. And I was thinking, a lot of people don't know, I was talking to some parents, she used to be one of our best and brightest and most beloved L3 teacher. So she was a teacher here before. Now she's become the lower school head. She has led that division and its growth impeccably. As I've said before, if anyone's got a problem with Holly, they're the problem. Okay. 3, a look ahead. So I want to think about what's going on as we started school, what's going on down the road. Middle school overnight, that is the 28th and the 29th. Lower school parents, this is something you could think about as your kid is moving up and moving beyond the lower school. Middle school parents, you should look at the calendar and understand we are building community. We are creating a culture of committed individuals, not only to their own education, but kids also need to understand that they need to advocate for others as well, right? We do that by taking them off site. We put them in a position where they might be a little uncomfortable. It also prepares them for the spring expeditions, which go off every April, May, and June, going to the national parks. So that middle school overnight is coming up shortly. 4, a peek behind the scenes. I don't think everyone understands that the school is also looking towards the future. I spent a lot of my time now thinking about strategic priorities and initiatives that move the school forward, that advance the school. Someone that works with me on this directly now is Isha. She's director of technology, but she's also helping with strategic initiatives. So we're looking at partnerships with other schools. One of them is in India. We are looking at school and program expansion, both below TK and above grade 8. So understand behind the scenes, I'm thinking about not only tomorrow, but I'm also thinking about 5 years, 10 years out. What do we need to do to make sure that this school remains impactful for the long term? Because a school that can change and innovate and have an impact has to be a school that persists. 5, just because I was at the Melon Drop this afternoon in the middle school. The middle school had a design challenge in our innovation space, right? 12,000 square foot engineering center that we have here. And the advisors were going up on ladders and dropping melons in protective cases. And I noticed that our middle school math teacher knew this year, Chris, 7A math, was ripping open those boxes to expose either an intact watermelon or a broken watermelon. And did you know that Chris not only has a PhD in math, he enters into strongman competitions. Because I was thinking today, there's no way I could rip through that box as quickly as he could. That's just because you should get to know Chris. He's new this year. We're so excited he's here. That's it. That's my 5 minutes for you. Okay. See you around. Come to the coffees, read the newsletter. Bye.